You would upgrade this from this to that, huh?
I would. I like the multicolor in the bezel. Yeah. But then again, I'd also think about it. As soon as I did that trade, I'd be like, ah, man, I had something that was discontinued. They don't make that anymore, and that's special.
What size is this?
That's a 41.
Is it?
Look like 41. What size is this?
That's 42. This is a 36, so that's way smaller.
Yeah, no, that's too small.
What is this?
That's a
Root beer.
root beer.
How much is this one?
20,000.
You have the back row?
I do have a Batgirl. I don't think it's here in the store. It belongs to one of our it belongs to our operations director. That one's 19750. I thought I was under the impression he had his. These aren't for sale. This was so I was bringing this one out because he has a Batgirl in here, and I was gonna let you try it on for size reference, but I didn't know that. I didn't know that he didn't have it in here. So they call it the Batman. Yep, they call it the Batman for the Oyster bracelet, and they call it the Batgirl for the Jubilee bracelet.
And that one is only more expensive because of the link.
No, this one's more expensive because this is the new one that just came out. So this one, yes. So for a year or so they had discontinued this bracelet style, and so they just revamped it. And this one is the one that just came out with the updated movement and the new bracelet. That's the brand new reference Pepsi as well.
Is it the white gold?
No, it's not.
Oh, it's regular.
Yeah. I actually prefer the way that the bezel's made on the Pepsi ones. So if you actually look at it under black light, the entire bezel's red.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
So you see how it's, yep. So when you're at little bar trick for your,
Blue goes away.
yep.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And that's just because of how it's made and how it's painted. It's crazy how it does that.
That's dope.
So a Batman doesn't do that at the bar. If you're out on the scene and you're wearing this one, it's the newest. It's the newest. It's the hottest. The one that just came out. The blue is one of the most sought after dials that they have.
I have a date.
And it's on the Jubilee that just came out.
Build up slowly. How much is it retail?
14.4.
Wow.
But you're never gonna. I mean, unless you spent $250,000, or you really know someone. Even not even $250,000 won't get you, unless you spent. What did you say that? $250,000 with Rolex, or you know someone really well. You have a really good relationship, or you just get extremely lucky. Like I've heard of people. I've had clients text me. They're like, "Hey, I just walked in and I was nice to this guy, and we sat and talked for 2 hours, and he pulled out a GMT or pulled out a steel Skydweller." It happens. And that's the luck of the draw, because now they just assume that everybody's buying these things to flip them.
So pretty much my man Donovan has his GMT complete set. Probably do consignment on it.
Consignment?
Mm-hmm.
What year is it? Oh, it's a sorry, okay. Yeah, you can get 13 or 14 out of it.
More than merrier.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I mean, I could start with 14, come down from there. I'll start at that. We'll let a couple weeks go by if you want me to move it. Have you given the Datejust to the VP yet?
Yeah.
Yeah? How did you like it?
I recorded it. Let me show you.
Shoot, yeah. Oh,
You have the
man.
box for it?
No, just the peppers. I mean, I have a box, but I prefer to use this one.
Dude,
Yeah, it's too big of a box.
bro.
That one came in a nice large box.
I like them both.
Bro, he started crying and everything. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
man. I bet that made you feel good. Shoot, yeah. Look at that right here. Go ahead, man. Love to see it. Love to see it.
Oh man, this one's up next.
Yeah, yeah. I'm already knowing. You've had your eye on that for a couple months now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll let you do it though.
This is the one you're gonna sell me, huh?
No, I have quite a few access to a few. That was a different one.
You would upgrade this from this to that, huh?
I would. I like the multicolor in the bezel. But then again, I'd also think about it. As soon as I did that trade, I'd be like, ah, man, I had something that was discontinued. They don't make that anymore, and that's special.
What do you think, Anthony? Should I keep this one and then you just buy that one? Or just try to...
So the idea
Black
is
GMT.
consigning that and him working up to this one here.
Consign this and go to that. Donovan's considering trading his 116710LN, which is just the basic black dial stainless steel GMT, up to a 126710 BLNR, which is the newer Batman, well, nicknamed the Batgirl, on the Jubilee bracelet. Now, my personal thoughts, he said he'd had this watch for almost 5 years. It is a discontinued piece and it does have a long-term value, but over the next several years, personally, I don't see the value of that going up substantial enough to justify keeping a watch that he's had for so long. I recommend trading up into it. The GMT Batmans have climbed consistently anyway. If you look at the discontinued 116710 BLNR Oyster, it trades significantly higher than that same GMT because of the black and blue bezel. Now, I always say that watches are investments if you buy them for a purpose. If you're buying a watch just to hold for its long-term value, it's not an investment. There's better things you can do with the money and make more on it. In this case, he's had that watch for a while. I suggest rolling it into something else that's also going to appreciate, but it's something new, it's something fresh, and he's going to enjoy it a little bit more.
Or would you keep that and just add?
I mean, I love the Batman. Do you have anything with a Jubilee bracelet? I don't know, man. Me, I got one of those because I like the Jubilee bracelet a lot. I didn't ever really want a Datejust, or I didn't have one that I wanted. So the Batman for me was the perfect combination. It's a sport watch and it has the Jubilee bracelet.
Well, basically what I'm saying, would you
So you mentioned
since like 2016?
Yeah, trade up. Go try something new.
So you mentioned appreciation. Is that what you're after?
Not necessarily, but it feels good.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like anything with the blue, whether it's blue dial, blue bezel, especially the bad
You think
girls.
that'll appreciate more than this though?
It's too hard to say, man. That's new. This is discontinued. If my money were on a bet, it'd actually be that one. But you had it 5 years now. I would do it just to trade into something new.
Yeah.
We should do that claw machine with like a Rolex, but it's impossible to get it. People just been here playing all day like. Oh, it's a Deepsea. You said Seedweller 43, my guy.
Why was I thinking CD?
Oh
SD43.
man, that's a game changer right there.
Is it?
Yeah.
Vic's got a client coming in and he happened to make a little bit of a mistake. Based on a text message, he was under the impression that his client was bringing in a 126600, the SD43 red letter, which is a 43 millimeter Deepsea, well, Sea Dweller. The client was actually bringing in a 126660 black dial Deepsea, which is the 44 millimeter. It's the bigger one. So the discrepancy there is that one obviously trades higher than the other, and we were basing the trade deal on the higher one, not the lower one.
Do you remember what did we sell this to you for?
Is it what, 16, 16.5?
16.5, something like that.
So, but yeah, you know, these watches are massive, but that's kind of the attraction, I guess. People really like the massive watch Rolex vibe going on with this thing.
Yeah, I just think the sub's more my speed. 40.
That one is 2017.
Yeah, it's much better.
Oh god, look, that's big.
That feels better.
The Deepsea really is a massive watch. Like, it's a great piece for bigger guys with bigger wrists, but for the common person, it's so thick on the wrist, it's hard to fit under a dress shirt. The SD43 has grown in popularity because it's still bigger, yet it's not as thick height-wise. So a lot more people can wear it, even though it is still a 43 millimeter watch. Another thing with that Sea Dweller and the Deepsea is that the Deepsea actually gets lost in comparison to the James Cameron. Gentlemen that are spending, you know, $12,000, $13,000, $14,000 on the larger Deepsea, a lot of times they're okay with spending a couple grand more to get that gradient black and blue dial on the James Cameron. Here's a fun fact for you also. Earlier in the years of production of the Deepsea 44 millimeter, they actually came out on a smaller bracelet, and the bracelet width was not appropriate to the size of the watch. So if you can go out there and you can find an early edition James Cameron with a smaller bracelet, there's a lot fewer of those out there simply because people didn't like them because of that size difference. That would be a long-term collectible in my personal opinion, and a good investment piece.
Well, so the deal was you guys were going to trade straight
Yeah, it was gonna be a straight trade.
for a red Sea Dweller.
Yeah.
Alfred, are these trading higher than a red Sea Dweller or the same? It's just a Deepsea, used 2019.
Oh, I thought you said.
I did say
That's what he said.
I did.
What are you guys asking for this?
It's like 14.5, give or take. What year is that one?
17.
Oh, the 17. No, it's a little less. 14. All right, what's market right now on these seed dwellers? I haven't traded one for a long time, so.
It's around like 14.
All right, so we're roughly. All right, look, just because of the discrepancy, I'm gonna go ahead and just do. I'm gonna honor that deal. No, it's not a big deal. Again, you know, I think we'll be okay. It's just, you know, yeah, no problem. Enjoy your sub. You know, if
I'll be back. Don't you worry. I've bought a few and sold a few. So
yeah, absolutely.
I just got a GMT to put on. They had a green. They threw a green face on the GMT.
Oh yeah, those are sweet.
It was so
They
sick.
came that way.
Did they
Factory,
come that way?
yes. They came green two-tone and then green solid gold.
What years was that? Because I thought they put an aftermarket on it.
No, it was factory.
It was factory.
Yeah, and they're really rare two-tone. You see a lot more of them in your solid gold, but you don't
What do
see
you
a
guys are
lot.
worth? Because I paid like 17 for it.
For the
Too high?
two-tone, no, for the two-tone green.
Yeah.
Bring it in. I'd like to see the dial. Cool. All right, we'll get your paperwork out here in the next few minutes. Here, I'll tell you what. Why don't you just keep? You said you want to keep this box.
I don't need it.
You don't
guys
need it.
have- I have an
okay,
extra. I actually have an extra.
Okay, well, just give them everything.
Just
in
give
the
me
pouch.
that.
Yeah. Take the pouch.
Yeah, that's fine. We got hundreds of them.
Cool.
And that's from that. Yeah. Perfect.
We have this.
All right, boys.
All right, man. Thank you so much.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Congratulations, man.
Appreciate it.
All right. Mistakes. And oh man, I don't make mistakes like this.
Well, I think-
beat
look,
myself up about it.
I think the lesson here is every single time somebody says, or anytime you get an offer on watch, and I made a mistake the other day too, because I didn't take the point to get the picture. Right. So you got to get a picture every single time. I mean,
Well,
I
that's
just.
that's my fault too, because I told him yes to do the deal.
But
Because
you
I
you were
didn't- and I didn't see the
misled
picture.
though.
Yeah, but I should have asked for pictures.
Exactly.
Oh,
Cause what
okay.
happened? He said Victor.
It doesn't really.
So he said.
So a red sea dweller
Well,
straight
he
for a
said, Victor,
sub.
I just bought the 2020 Sea Dweller from you a few months ago, and I asked him how much he bought it for. So I just he was asking straight trade. But when he said Sea Dweller, I assumed SD43 and not the Deepsea.
Yeah, that would have changed the deal, but it's okay. We're not like buried on it or anything, but
So can't do that.
I mean, it's just obviously a red sea dweller would have been better right now because I have more clientele for those. I mean, we have too many deep seas.
I agree.
I really don't want any more. So this is coming out of your check. So
Pictures. I learned my lesson.
just make sure. And look, we all make mistakes. Like I've made the same mistake. You know, I've made the same mistake many times. It sucks. I just recently made that same mistake.